The response to intervention RTI model relies on the tiered instructional processes that are related to the nature and severity of the student's difficulties. For the purposes of this presentation, our high-risk Tier 3 students in need of intensive intervention will be coded red. Our Tier 2 group will be coded yellow. And our Tier 1 group with identified weaknesses by benchmark will be coded green. Typically, the RTI model consists of 3 tiers of instructional processes. In our model, we have subdivided the Tier 1 group into Tier 1, coded green, and Tier 1 star, coded blue. On average, the Tier 1 group would represent 80% of the learners, where all students receive instruction within a researched core program aligned with state standards. The Tier 1 group would be those students that, after being instructed with the core curriculum, shows evidence of needing additional support in one or more areas of instruction. The Tier 1 star group will have shown full mastery for the targeted benchmark and will therefore be geared towards review, enrichment, and/or buddy pairing with any of the other tiered instructional groups. We believe that Tier 1 star students become enriched when they are instructing other students. Tiered instructional centers must be architecturally designed to first drive both Tier 2 and Tier 3 learners to mastery, bridging the gap in many cases for up to a 2-year deficiency in skills. Secondly, tiered instructional centers must be designed to correct the weaknesses as seen in Tier 1 learners to prevent deficiencies along the way. Finally, center instruction should also take into consideration the needs of the Tier 1 learner at mastery. As we've mentioned, these learners are an asset to the tiered instructional center rotations. Research shows that students become enriched when they teach and/or model for their peers, and that their peers, Tier 2 and/or 3 learners, when paired properly, make significant gains. To accomplish these goals, tiered instructional centers must be crafted to cognitively anchor the benchmark content for the learner, provide ample practice by benchmark, build depth of knowledge for true understanding that turns into lifelong skills. And everything mentioned above would be a waste of time if the skills mastered are not maintained through regular practice. When building tiered instructional centers, students should rotate through any 3 of the 4 instructional centers in one day, including a center that anchors the curriculum. Usually this center is at the teacher's station, a center that allows for scaffolded practice, another that uses extended questioning to build depth of knowledge, and a final that maintains the skills learned. Each structured activity center should be leveled and last between 20 to 30 minutes in time at each center. As we proceed, we will learn more about structuring these tiered instructional centers. The Math Bootcamp program is crafted to deliver a high-quality intervention program for mathematics that has met the criteria described before and has established known outcomes that cut across skill development and is proven to move all learners forward. There are several components of the Math Bootcamp program that make setting up and structuring tiered-based instructional centers far easier and a lot more effective. We have our 2 anchoring curriculum components, Benchmark Power Drill with gradual release, and our hands-on math booklet with leveled worksheets. Next, for journaling to build depth of knowledge, we have assigned Mathables with journaling tasks, very popular, the Rock Climbing Daily Review, used in 4-quarter journaling, and the extension questions from the hands-on activity. Third, we have our target practice activities that come from the Smart to the Core student booklets. The lessons are scaffolded and allow students to build on basic skills and develop strategic thinking abilities. The maintenance component of the program brings in fun and games through our company drill card game, triathlon board game, and the rock climbing Jeopardy-like review. When visiting the Anchoring Curriculum Center, students will be engaged with benchmark power drills that require students to demonstrate what they know on dry erase boards. The benchmark power drills use the gradual release model and the content that has been crafted to build a foundation on the basic skills associated with the benchmark up to modeling extended thinking to drive learners to mastery as teachers project the benchmark presentations at the smartboards or classroom dry erase boards. The Target Practice Center uses scaffolded instruction to allow students to demonstrate mathematics comprehension and fluency for basic skills, application, strategic and extended thinking questions. Journaling is a best practice for building depth of knowledge, and unfortunately, many times this practice is eliminated from the instructional block due to the preparation work involved in creating the lessons. The Game Center ensures that the skills mastered are retained, and that the students transfer the benchmark content to long-term memory.